11 games. The streak continues, but the Tigers and the Indians are winners. I love you guys, and welcome to an all-new edition of All Andy Alfred right here on ClayFan 23. I am your host, Andrew Alfred, welcoming you into the show. I gotta tell you, went down to the ballpark yesterday. It was just a heartbreaker. Yesterday, we'll get into that in just a little bit. Let's break down what happened yesterday in the major leagues. Yesterday, the Tigers were a winner 12-9 over the Baltimore Orioles. Eddie Bonine gets the win. He goes to 4-0 with a 2.75 ERA. Henderson gets the loss. He goes to 1-4 with a 5.52 ERA. Fox homered in the game, his fourth of the season. No home runs for the Tigers in front of 26,432. Another sellout. 3 hours and 44 minutes. It was interesting. The Tigers scored 5 runs in the first inning, 3 runs in the second. Baltimore scored 5 runs in the second inning, 3 in the second. And it was just flip-flop, back and forth, back and forth. The starting pitchers were out by the second inning. Valverde actually gets the save. It's 19th save of the season. Tonight, it'll be game 2 of this series as the Baltimore Orioles take on your Detroit Tigers. It'll be Jake Arnett on the hill for Baltimore. He's 2-2 with a 5.81 ERA, taking Armando Calorica, who is 3-2 with a 4.50 ERA, 705 on FSN. How about the Tribe? Winners last night, 9-3. Smith gets the win. He goes to 1-1 with a 5.79 ERA. Beltre gets a loss. He goes to 0-1 with a 9 ERA. No home runs for Texas. Laporta, that bum. Santana, and Jason Nix homer twice for your Cleveland Indians. 3 hours and 42 minutes with the game time, 25,165. Speaking of the Tribe, we recently got an email from a viewer, and I'm going to read this email off my Samsung Touch. It's coming from White Sox 901. He reads, "Did you ever notice that the I in the Indians looks like a J? Maybe we should just call them the Jindians." Food for thought. White Sox 901. And that's a good point. I have an example here. You'll only see this once. You look at this logo. If you see it, I'll pull it off my head. There's the J. They just put a swoop in it. But there's the J. It's cursive. That's a good idea. And all I gotta say for you Tribe fans is go Tribe! And that's the only time you're gonna see me put that hat on. Tonight the Tribe will be taking on Texas. Justin Matherson 3-7 with a 4.85, taking on Wilson, who's 6-4 with a 3.34 ERA. Game time 8:05 on ST. Other scores in the Major League: the White Sox won 9-2 over the Angels. The Cubbies 9. Arizona 4, San Francisco 6, Milwaukee 1, Philadelphia 3, Atlanta 1, Tampa Bay 6, Boston 5, Cincinnati. It's on a tear. 8-6 over the Mets, Florida 6, the Dodgers 5, and the Yankees a winner 3-1 over the Oakland Athletics. All right. We were this close to ending a franchise record losing streak. It stands now at 11 games. Toledo was a loser 5-4 yesterday. Lewis gets the win. He goes to 2-0 with a 1.20 ERA. Jay Sports gets a loss. He goes to 1-3 with a 3.45 ERA. Wolgers homered. And by the way, that home run for Columbus inside the park. The first ever inside the park home run by the visiting team. The other inside the park home run by the Mud Hens was Andres Torres back in 2006. 3 hours and 9 minutes with the game time. 7,015 watch it. And I was one of them. Ties a franchise loss record for the Mud Hens. Took the averages, like I always do. Justin Henry is the new kid that they just called up. He's batting a .228, no home runs, no ribbies. Jeff Kunkel is batting a .275 going into tonight's play. He's got no home runs and 6 ribbies. Wilkin Ramirez started the game batting a .237. He averaged out to a .235 with 3 home runs and 11 ribbies. Ryan Strebe started the game with a .240, bumped it up to a .250, which is pretty good with 9 home runs and 34 RBIs. Jeff Frazier started the game .273. He finished the game with a .273 with 15 home runs and 48 ribbies. Max Leon started at shortstop. He started the game at a .217, went up to .220, then was replaced by Brent DeLugich. DeLugich is now batting at .266 with 6 home runs and 31 RBIs. Jim or Jeff Weber, I don't know who it is. .249 started the game. He finished with a .249 with 1 home run and 15 RBIs. Will Rhymes started the game with a .290. He's now batting at .292, no home runs and 27 RBIs. And Jeff Flerish, Mark Hessman Jr., batting at .260 with 13 home runs and 43 RBIs. Kunkel started the game with a .288 and finished with a .275. Carrasco started the game for the Clippers, and like I've said, it's time for him to go. And I said it when I left the ballpark. I think it's time for Larry Parrish to go. Make that 11 games, by the way. That's I'm not saying. Tonight, the Mud Hens are in action against Columbus. Yet again, in Columbus, it'll be Alfredo Figueroa, 6-6 with a 4.59 ERA, taking on Gomez, who's 6-7 with a 5.26 ERA. Game time 7:05 on 12:30 WCWA. NHL news: Taylor Hall signs a entry-level contract, which is almost worth $25 million for 4 years. Detroit is aiming at signing Mike Modano. We'll keep you posted on that one. And on a sad note, Bob Probert, or whoever, dies at the age of 45. He played for the Detroit Red Wings and the Chicago Blackhawks in the early 90s and into the 2000s. He died with having a heart attack on his boat. It's just a shame. 45 years old. We're gonna miss you, Rob. World Cup action going on right now. Uruguay and Netherlands are tied at 0. Germany and Spain will play tomorrow, and we'll keep you updated on that. Yesterday we were kind of pissed off about Larry Parrish and the Mud Hens. We forgot to mention the Jamie Farr Owens Corning Classic. This is the last Jamie Farr Owens Corning Classic happening this year for the not this year, but for the next 2 years. Ning Young Chu was the winner of the Farr. She shot first round, second round, third round, fourth round, covering it. Shot at 64, 67, 68, and a 71 to win the Jamie Farr Owens Corning Classic. It was mostly Koreans that took over the top 5. It's sad to see the Farr will not be in with us, but next year is the Senior Open. Tom Watson, Arnold Palmer, all the greats will be there at Inverness. We hope to be there as well. Recommendations of the day. Coming out, the Toledo Walleye will present the first ever Walleye Fin Fest. It's Saturday, October 9th. Doors will open at 2 o'clock. The Fin Fest will include public open skate, on-ice experience, no skates required, by the way. Unique photo opportunities, college football games at the club lounge, the introduction of the 2010-2011 Toledo Walleye team, and then that will also feature a exhibition game at the new Huntington Center. It will be the Walleye taking on the Kalamazoo Wings at 6 o'clock. Post-game autographs. Tickets will go on sale this coming Saturday at 11 a.m. You can go to ToledoWalleye.com/FinFest for more information. And as always, we have to get rid of him. Honestly. After the play last night, especially in the 9th inning. 2 on. 2-0. This close. This close. This close to a victory. What does Parrish do? Potentially walks Balbuena. What happens? Jordan Brown hits a line drive off the wall. That's all I have to say. Fire Larry perish. But I'm Andrew Alfred. I hope you have an excellent day. And remember, as always, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. And especially the teams behind me. And to you, the viewers. Victory is sweetest when you have tasted defeat. I'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Bye.